What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So listen. um, I wanted and I thought that this versus battle would have been done by the time I got on here to do my review, or I should say my video. But baby, this shit really just getting started. It's 8:32. I mean 8:28 right about now. First of all, and I don't even I hate that I'm starting it off with this, but this is what's on my mind. But this versus battle has been like one in the making. Okay. First of all, oh girl. First of all, fix your shit. Okay. Second of all, we gonna get into it for a second, because it's still going on, and I don't know how long it's gonna be. It look like it's probably gonna be an all-nighter because bitch, it started damn near an hour late. Okay, they was really working on CPT time. Okay, I said, damn, color people town like a motherfucker. Okay, I'm at work. You know what I'm saying? And truth be told, I thought it was going to start at 8 o'clock when I get off work. So I was going to watch it on my way, coming home and all that stuff. And the only reason why I was watching this, okay, Gucci versus Jeezy. First of all, it was supposed to be Jeezy versus T.I. Was it Jeezy versus T.I. or Gucci versus T.I.? Either way, then it said Gucci versus Jeezy. Okay, now if you know the history, you know that there's been a whole bunch of beef between Jeezy and Gucci. And baby, let me tell you something. Gucci just being petty this whole time. Okay, laughing at memes, laughing at stuff that happened. The potential, the murder that happened of Jeezy's friend and all that stuff. Girl, it was crazy. Okay, and I said, listen, I just know that something is going to happen tonight. Okay, I don't know what it is. I hope it don't. But the way things are rolling, I have to tune in just to tune in because I really wasn't sure if I was going to tune in, okay? Because I'm going to be 100% honest. I know Gucci, I know Jeezy, all right? I know some of their music, okay? Not all of it, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, do I really want to tune into this shit? After all that other shit started going down and I'm seeing these videos of Gucci, doing his shit and clowning Jeezy and all this stuff, I said, listen, just to see if these niggas fight, I have to tune in, okay? And that's exactly what I did. 7 o'clock hit, the DJ was playing. Okay, it's just like a regular concert where you have a pre-show, okay? And the DJ is, getting the crowd hype and letting us get ready or whatever while the artist in the back end ready, okay? Now, I suspect a pre-show to happen probably about a good 15-20 minutes. It started to give me when I went to my first, and I don't mean to bring her up, but I just got to because this is my concert experience. When I went to my first Beyonce concert, the Mrs. Carter tour, okay, um, we were standing up in general admission, right? Girlfriend took a minute, okay. Then we had the little pre-show. Luke James came out there, did his thing. And then it was like damn near a whole nother 30, 40, 50 minutes before Beyonce came out there, okay. And I was getting pissed off. I was getting pissed off for the simple fact that my feet was hurting, okay. This time I'm in the luxury of my job. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting at the chair, looking at the desk, got some other stuff to do or whatever, and this stuff still ain't happening, okay? The only saving grace about this whole versus thing is so far the DJs have been playing the shit, okay? The DJ's playlist is just as good as the goddamn versus itself, okay? They need to just let us, download the playlist for the DJ set, okay? Because he was giving us all that shit. I will give him that. 7:15 roll around, 7:30 roll around, 7:40 roll around. I said, bitch, let me go get myself ready so I can get ready to get the fuck up out of here so I can go home. This shit better not start as soon as I get outside. Girl, 7:45, get up. I said, let me go take a piss. Okay, I'm sorry to be so, vulgar, whatever. Let me go take a piss. Okay, come back, the shit still ain't start. I'm like, what is going on? Is these niggas in the back fighting? What's happening? Okay, what's going on? Girl, they said, Swiss said that they was waiting on the results from the goddamn COVID test. I said, so you mean to tell me y'all knew that this was happening and y'all just not doing this? Okay, y'all just not doing the test. What is going on, y'all? Why y'all ain't? Why weren't y'all prepared for this? But okay, I'm gonna give y'all a pass on that, because as soon as that happened, and somebody told me that it was like a minute later, here they come. I was like, all right, it's like 7:50 right about now. They came out something around that time, and I was like, okay, cool, cool, cool. They both come out in their coats, whatever. You know, Jeezy was already getting clowned by Gucci in a video over what he was wearing on his album cover that's coming out later on tonight, but. You know, Gucci looked nice, okay, in his little khaki tan or whatever. They both got on their furs and their coats and shit. And mind you, the verses is being held in Magic City, the strip club in Atlanta. I was like, oh, bitch, I know that thing. I know that from memory. What? Bitch, when I come down to Atlanta, somebody got to take me back to Magic City. Somebody got to take me to Blue Flame. Bitch, y'all got to do it good for me, okay? Y'all got to do it up for me. Since y'all want me to come down to your city, you got to treat me, okay? You got to treat me, and I'm talking to somebody in particular, all right? They know who it is. I almost gave some shit away. They know who I'm talking to. Anyway, so what else was going on with that? Gucci has yet to sit down. They got the little king chairs or whatever. Jeezy play his shit, and you know, he sit down, he get up, you know, was sponsored by Ciroc. I don't even think I'm seeing people really drinking anything. Gucci just doing what he doing, and he just getting right into it. Fuck a backstory. Jeezy is the one that's mainly giving us all the backstory. It's still going on. I got it playing right here. Y'all can't hear it, but I'm looking at it just in case some pop off. You know what I'm saying? That's all that I'm looking for. But so far, I'm listening to the songs and I was like, oh shit, I remember this. It's all coming back. And I'm realizing, like, I really thought I was a trapping ass, hood rat ass bitch back in the day when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? I really thought I was there because that's the type of music that I used to listen to. I still kind of do now, but you know, I grown. But I'm still the same. I'm still the same. I said, yes, I know this shit. You know, because I thought I was going to feel a little bit left out because I ain't going to remember some of the stuff. But baby, I remember all this shit. Okay, I was like, all right, so I'm keeping up with the kids. This is my shit. This is my shit. But when the shit started off, Gucci had his own theme song. And he started off so fucking disrespectful. Just basically said, this is the Gucci show. Fuck everything else. This is the Gucci show. I said, no, you did not. And he said, yes, the fuck I did. Bitch, a kiki. I said, oh no. The atmosphere is just intense. When Gucci played his songs, Jeezy sitting there in the chair like this. When Jeezy played his songs, Gucci standing up on ready. I said, what we on ready for? He may wobble a little bit like he about to get into it. But other than that, he thinking about some shit like, I wish this nigga say one wrong word. That's what it seemed like. I was like, oh my God. And I just really hope Jeezy kept Jeannie Mai at home. You know, she just had surgery. She don't need to be up in the streets or whatever. Cause Keisha, you know, if things go down, I don't know if Jeannie can be that ride or die like that, okay? Not like Keisha Kayor. Keisha Kayor pregnant as shit. She probably backstage just going to fuck off herself. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I got so far on the verses. You guys tell me who y'all got. Y'all got Jeezy or y'all got Gucci, okay? We gonna move on from that and we gonna really get up into the video. See, I wanted to do that last, but it's still going. It's still going. But anyway, now that I started off on a little high note, I got to bring it back down a little bit. First of all, I hope everybody's doing well. You know, I'm doing well so far. Um, we just going to get into it, okay? Unfortunately, we got to start off with some little sad news. Um, we found out earlier this week that the comedian Sinbad, he had a stroke. And so he's okay from what we heard. We don't know exactly when it happened, but they said that the family said that he's doing okay. And he'll be back soon. But, you know, prayers out there to Sinbad. It was this comedy special that Sinbad used to do that had that me and my mama and my sister, we used to watch it all the time because it was that damn funny. And the last thing I seen Sinbad again was Lil Rel. Remember his little show that he had that got canceled in the first season? Truth be told, I gave it a chance. It really wasn't all that. But you know, I think he played Lil Rel's daddy. Yeah, I think so. You know. But yeah, prayers up to Sinbad. Also, we have to give some prayers up to Bobby Brown and just hold him close to the vest. And I hope he really got people, good people these days in his circle that can watch over him and check in on him and are being there by his side, because just last night it came out that Bobby Brown Jr., he, who is only 28 years old, was found unresponsive and pronounced dead in his Encino home in LA. And they don't know what the cause is, or they haven't put the cause out, but they do suspect that it's not foul play. So maybe it could have been a medical issue. I really, really pray and hope that it was not drugs, okay? Because if I'm not mistaken, I believe him, Bobby Brown Jr., and Bobby Christina was kind of close when they was growing up, especially on the Being Bobby Brown show. They was kind of close a little bit. And it's so crazy the things that Bobby Brown has gone through, in his life. Um, Getting over addiction and, the perils of being a child star, and, having to deal with death after death after death, and then death of people really, really close to you, your ex-wife, your daughter, years apart. And the only solace I can say about this is at least it was years apart that his children died. I don't think any parent should have to bury a child. That is the most heartbreaking thing. Y'all already know how I feel about that. If you don't, that's just reminded me of how my grandmother had to bury two of her kids, her only son, and then her second oldest daughter, 4 months apart from each other. Had to bury them, because it was tragic. So I can only imagine what he's going through. And I just really hope that this is nothing. Like I said, I hope he has good people in his circle now, a good foundation that can help him and build him up and be there for him and not cause him to slip. I don't want to see him going back into his old ways or anything like that. I just want him to get himself together and grieve properly if he can. Also, prayers and hopes also is in order to Jeremiah, the singer slash songwriter. He's a fellow Chicago native. He's actually Willie from Day 26 cousin, okay? And like I said, I don't know if I said this last week, Hitmaker, aka Youngberg, who is also another fellow Chicagoan, he put out there that uh put out some prayers for Jeremiah. And then 50 Cent put out something about, we need some prayers for him, and this COVID thing is no joke. And so they said that he was on a ventilator. The update is now he's off the ventilator. Okay, he's breathing on his own. He's been moved from ICU to just critical condition. So it looks like things are probably going to be looking up, possibly looking up. That's a good thing. I hope so. And, I hope things just keep progressing for the better, because we don't need no more loss. This COVID thing is getting out of hand, and now the FDA has approved at-home COVID testing. I said, girl, what? You can get the results in 30 to 20 minutes, 30 minutes or less. And I'm sitting here like, I don't know how that's going to work, because I don't know if everybody going to do it right. You know what I'm saying? A bitch like me would be scared to put the Q-tip. It's a nasal swab. I'd be scared to stick it all the way back there. Because when that nurse did it, baby, the way I froze up, I said, I can't imagine doing that myself. Somebody gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to get my sister to do it, because, she work in a lab and take all that shit with the virus, whatever. She can do all that stuff for me and all that. But how do y'all feel about that? The COVID at home test. It's almost like an at-home drug test. So that's what I feel like. But I hope that they got the kinks out of it, and this would, be a lot safer than people coming out. I don't know. Would it be safer than people coming out, traveling to a hospital, whatever, probably potentially still spreading it if they got it, instead of just keeping it in their home or whatever, if they suspect. I don't know. But we shall see how that will work. What else is going on? We also have to talk about the death of the 15-year-old boy. What's his name? Quan Charles, aka Bobby. He left his house one night, and I think he was going to be with some friends. He left his house October 30th, and he did not get permission. And I think he was only 15 years old. And 3 days later, they found him dead. And they said that he was, his body, they kind of compared him to like Emmett Till because of the way his body looked, all beaten up and bloated up, whatever. Unfortunately, and they said that it was due to drowning. Where he's from, they did it was saying that the police was giving them resistance. The family was not satisfied with what the finding was because of how badly beaten or whatever his body looked. Okay, and so they had their own private autopsy done, and it came back the same finding that it was a drowning. But of course, they're not believing this, and um I just hope that they get the answers that they need. A 15-year-old boy just being disappeared. Who drowned him? Who drowned him? Somebody did something to him, because if he beaten like that, somebody did something to him before he was drowned. Okay, and that's what it's coming from. That's what they getting at. And oh, excuse me, I really hope that they get justice for that. Because like I said, no mother should have to bury their child. No parent at all should have to bury their child, especially one that's just beginning to live life. No, I don't agree with that at all. But that's what been going on with the sad news. Um, Now let's get into some of this entertainment shit. They out there racing and shit. Anyway, moving on. Let me tell you something, because the weather is kind of nice. For the next couple of days or so, it's gonna be a little bit warm outside, and niggas ain't gonna know how to act. Okay, and I just don't know what's going on with this weather. Like, climate change is real. Okay, it is real. But moving on from that, Kelly Rowland got a new song coming out tonight. Girl, Kelly. Kelly, I be rooting so hard for Kelly Rowland, so hard. Like, each and every time she released something, like, I be like, okay, this is, we about to get a track listing, we about to get the name of an album or something like that. And she will release a single. She is good for releasing a single, talking about it for a good week. That week that it comes out, or the week up until it comes out, and maybe a couple of days after it comes out, and then not hearing nothing else. The recent single that she released, Crazy, she talked about it probably a few days before it came out, a couple of days after, and I don't hear her talking about it no more. And I don't hear nobody else talking about it. Okay, now you got another song that's about to come out that you just put out promotion for today or the other day. I'm just not hearing about it. And I'm just like, girl, do you really want to do this music thing or not? Or do you just want to do your little judging shows over in Australia? You do your Fabletics sponsorship, and sponsor this and sponsor that. You're probably making better money with that, and that's probably why she doing all that and not really giving a fuck about the music at this point, because I just don't understand what's going on. I don't. Be like Michelle. Michelle, she ain't really focused on the music right now. Michelle about to bring out a book coming out. When is it? I got it down here somewhere. It's coming out May 25th, 2021. It's called Checking In. Her story, her dealing with depression and stuff like that, getting in and out of it. I'm really looking forward to it, because I've always wanted to know more so about Michelle, because we really don't. And I think that she got the short end of the stick, being that how she came into the group of Destiny Child, and how that whole story go. I think she deserves a lot more than people give her. Okay. Um. Jeezy taking the llama off. Jeezy taking the llama off. They took the coats off. They took the coats off. Oh shit. Okay. But anyway, moving on from that. Yeah, Michelle Williams got a book coming out. Like I said, it's called Checking In, and it's coming out May 25th, 2021. I think pre-order is about to start or has started. That's cute. I like that. Yeah, Kelly. I want Kelly Teen. I don't know. Kelly Rowland kind of sound. The whole thing with Kelly Rowland, it kind of reminds me of Normani a little bit. Normani put out a she'll put out a single. Ooh, she'll put out a single, and then it'll do good for a minute, and then we don't hear nothing else, and it's like, where the album at? Where the album at? She put out Motivation and something else, I guess. And then you was dancing up in Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion's video, and it's like, where the album at? We still ain't got no new music. So, I'm trying to root for the girl. I want to root. I just want them to win. I really do. I really do. Like, come on, you guys. Y'all got to get better teams and get more focus. More focus. This is a time where people are literally at home doing nothing, and we just need some new music. We need something to get through our day or whatever. Break up the monotony of the day and all that stuff. Drop some new music. We will stream that shit. Okay. Speaking of music, Megan Thee Stallion comes out tonight. Probably by the time that this gets up, or by the time you watch it, you'll probably already listen to it. I'm gonna be up in that. But yeah, that's what's been going on the music front, I believe. Um, Michael, girl, Michael from Love After Lockup and got his ass arrested again. Okay. If you don't watch my reviews, I look at Love After Lockup on WeTV. It comes on every Friday night. All right. The current season has went through its finale. It's going on Life After Lockup, which is season 3 of that. And we're going to get updated on some old people and some new people from the new season. What their life is going on right about now during the quarantine and everything after they stop filming this first season, the season that they was on or whatever, like what updates and stuff. So y'all look out for that review tomorrow. All right. And one of the people on there was Michael. Okay, Michael was in a 3-way love affair triangle that turned into a quadruple triangle. You know, he was with this girl named Sarah. Got 2 kids by her. Okay. Well, when he was with her at first, got married to her while he was in jail. Had a baby prior to that, and then when he got out, got her pregnant while he was talking to this girl named Megan, this black girl named Megan. She thought she was pregnant at one point. Thank God she wasn't. If she was, we really don't know. Then while he in the midst of playing around with them two, he done got with this girl named Maria, this older lady named Maria, then moved down to Florida, and we saw the progression of him being somewhat of a deadbeat dad and making excuses for it, trying to make it seem like he doing something, but he really wasn't. So now he done got his ass arrested, for child neglect. It said felony child neglect. He was released on $2,500 bail. And this means that a caregiver's failure or omission to provide a child with the care, supervision, and services necessary to maintain a child's physical and mental health, including but not limited to food, nutrition, clothing, shelter, supervision, medicine, and medical services that is prudent to a person that would be considered essential for the well-being of the child, or a caregiver's failure to make reasonable effort to protect a child from abuse, neglect, or exploitation by another person. It is a 3rd-degree felony, and it gets you up to 5 years in jail and like a $5,000 fine. Now, my question is this. Sarah is up in the 2 kids that we know about, okay? And I'm putting it like this because I'm trying to figure out what kid got neglected, okay? Because I don't see Sarah letting him bring a child down to Florida. And maybe they just had a warrant out for his arrest or whatever because he wasn't being a good dad. I don't know how this works or whatever, because I'm pretty sure Sarah is not letting him come down to Florida with them kids, because she barely let him see him when he drove up there acting the ass trying to see the kids in New York. Okay, so I'm a little bit confused. Do he got some other kids? Y'all clear this up if y'all hip up on the story or whatever. Do he got other kids? Is it somebody else's child? Was it that he probably went to New York and he was supposed to be watching the kids and he was neglecting the kids and then just left or whatever? Like, I need some more info. But at the same time, I am not surprised that he got arrested again. I am not surprised by this at all. I knew it was coming. You can just look at somebody in the way that they be acting and just know, you fucked up. You really fucked up. And I bet you got an excuse and trying to blame it on everybody else except for himself and take accountability. You know how this nigga go. But that's what's going on. Lil Boosie. Lil Boosie got himself shot. He was down in Dallas. Okay, y'all know how I feel about Boosie. But regardless of how I feel, I don't feel like anybody should be out here shooting anybody. I don't feel like anybody should be out here getting hurt or whatever unnecessarily if they don't have to for no reason or whatever. And so therefore I'm gonna put my feelings that I feel about him to the side and say that's messed up. He was out there for his friend's visual, okay? Mo 3, the Dallas rapper that got killed last week, I believe, who was on the freeway and he was being chased. Okay, he was trying to protect his life and he wound up getting shot in the back of the head. And they did a visual for him out there in Dallas, and Boosie was there at that visual. And at one point, it got cleared out because gunshots started firing, and his van got hit, and he wound up getting hit in the leg. Now, they said it was a rumor or something going out saying that he probably was going to get his legs amputated, had to get his foot amputated or whatever. I did not know Boosie had diabetes, okay? And the only reason why I found that out is because I was looking at Rock's video earlier, and she said, put out there that he got diabetes. I said, wait a minute. And all I kept on thinking about, shout out to Rocks, okay? Shout out to Rock. Shout out to Mr. Still Standing, a.k.a. Scotty by Nature TV. Shout out to Jamon. Shout out to The Ghetto View. Shout out to Bondi Blue. Y'all read, what is Relax with Bondi? Go check that. Subscribe to that video, that channel. That's her second channel. I know she's having issues with her regular channel, but I just want you to subscribe to that. But who else do I be watching? The Scorpion Show, like everybody. Goddamn. Anyway. Shout out to my people, okay? But and I need y'all to put down in the comments because I need some more YouTubers to get into. I'm liking like people who talk about entertainment, I'm getting a little bit into the couple stuff, like the gay couples or whatever, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Not don't give me no prank shit or whatever. Just give me some stuff that you think that I would be interested in, and put them down in the comments so I can check them out. Cause I need some more entertainment. I be bored as hell at work, But Boosie is a diabetic, and all I kept on thinking about was when I think it was a video or something of him showing his pantry of all the sugar and shit that he got up in there for them kids, and I know he be eating that shit too. I said, I don't think he's supposed to be having that if you're diabetic. But anyway, they were trying to say that he was going to get his leg or his foot cut off. Come to find out that didn't happen. He had 2 surgeries, and people think just because you get shot in the leg or shot in the arm, you good or whatever. Sometimes some bullets travel, and they can travel to a point where it can really harm you or it can kill you. It really can, because, he's fortunate, so he didn't have to get anything cut off, but they did have to do a couple of surgeries on his leg. But, so far, so good, and hopefully he comes out better, Congratulations is in order to Shine, former Bad Boy artist. Whoa! Listen, let me tell you something. Y'all, when Shine came out, after Biggie passed away, and then Shine came out with this deep voice that sounded somewhat like Biggie, I said, wait a minute, what is going on? That's probably why Diddy signed him, because he was sounding like, Biggie for a minute. But, he had a promising career in music, rap, a hip hop artist, you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden that shooting happened that involved Diddy. And then, Shine wound up going to jail for a few years, and he came out, wound up getting his life together. And now he has been elected to Belize House of Representatives. And I was like, wow, so he's in politics now. And he's won a seat in the House of Representatives in his home country of Belize. So, congratulations to Shine. I wish him all of the best. Speaking of people getting shot, there was a rapper named Benny the Butcher who got shot in the leg also during an altercation that happened in a Walmart parking lot. What wound up happening is he got attacked. The boy got attacked, okay? He was trying to go to Walmart with his crew, and 5 dudes came up there, tried to rob him, okay? And he wound up getting shot. See, y'all got to stop this senseless shit. These young people are just getting killed and getting injured and hurt for no reason. Why must we have to do this just to be a rapper or whatever? Can't we just go about our day, get our money, and go ahead and live? Like, what's going on? That shit is getting played out. Stop it. Oh, Jesus. I'm just mentioning this because it was a story. I'm tired of it. I already said my girl coming out with her album later on tonight at midnight, 11 o'clock my time, to be quite honest. But Megan, she did the GQ article. I didn't even read it I'm just going to be honest. I didn't read it. I didn't need to read it. I'll probably go back and read it later. They got 1.7 million people up in this verses. Yes, they are breaking records, okay? Before the verses even started, it was over a million people in there. But anyway, she put out there an article basically saying that um Tory had shot her. That's what she's sticking with. And that he had offered her and Kelsey money to be quiet about it. I was like, you know what? Y'all keep on giving out small details after small details. Bitch, put the whole fucking story out. He went to jail. He went to court the other day. He pleaded not guilty and all that stuff, whatever. So that's his official plea. We gonna see what's gonna happen with that whole thing. I'm tired of hearing about the story, okay? I'm tired of hearing about the story. And then the Breakfast Club getting their feelings because the interview, I guess, I don't know, I think they were supposed to have an interview or wanted to have an interview with Megan Thee Stallion, but her team basically put in a whole bunch of questions or things that's off limits for them to say, especially the Tory situation. And of course, people were coming down on Megan, thinking that she too good, and they trying to say, on the Breakfast Club you can go and talk about the situation with white publications, but then you can't go to a black publication or a black forum and talk about it. Mind you, the Breakfast Club is owned by white people, but we're not going to do that. But I get what they're saying, but it wasn't her that said it. It was her team. And truth be told, I would not want to go down on the Breakfast Club and be asked all these questions that I don't want to answer and keep on being asked. Have you seen the way that they interview people? They are rude as fuck, and sometimes they don't even know what the fuck they talking about. I haven't watched a real Breakfast Club interview with anybody in a long time because I just couldn't take it. I don't like the way they interview people sometimes, and it's like you pressuring me to talk, okay? And it is her right and her choice if she don't want to talk on this situation no more, okay? But I wish if y'all not gonna put the whole story out, if y'all just shut the fuck up on talking about it to any and everybody because I'm tired of hearing about it. And that's the end. That is the end, okay? It is what it is. Let it the fuck go. All right, because I'm done with it. I don't know if y'all remember the story about the footballer Earl Thomas, who wife, what's her name? Um, Damn, I forgot her name. I ain't even write it down. Either way, she found out that he was cheating on her with some girls at an Airbnb house, and he had got it with his brother, and they had girls up in there fucking him or whatever. She drove down there with her homegirls with a gun and tried to shoot that motherfucker, okay? And so at one point they separated, but after all of that, no, after that, and I think the cops came and got involved or whatever, that happened. Then they was clean back together. He was buying her stuff, and they was like all lovey-dovey. 7 months later, bitch, she didn't file for divorce, okay? Even though they was riding around in the car together, she said, bitch, I'm still filing for divorce. I knew the shit was going to happen. I think her name Nina or something like that. Nina or Nia. But I was like, she couldn't let that shit go. I wouldn't have been able to let that shit go either. And if you try to shoot me, bitch, we done, okay? We are done. That means that, girl, I didn't piss you off to a level that I can't trust you and you can't trust me. I can't trust you that you're not going to try to kill me in my sleep. Okay? No, we got to be over and done with at this point. Gucci ain't sat his ass down yet. I know he tired. Anyway, that's what's going on with that. Lil Wayne has been charged by the U.S. Attorney of the South District of Florida with a first count of possession of a firearm and ammunition by a convicted felon. Okay. Faces up to 10 years in prison if he's convicted. And this charge comes from a December 2019 incident that happened where they found some guns and stuff on his plane or whatever. He better call Trump. Call his good nigga Trump and see if he can get him out. Girl, Trump's still doing these recounts and stuff or whatever, and he's still coming up looking with egg on his face. They just did the recount by hand for Georgia, and Biden still won Georgia, okay? So it's just looking sad. Like Trump is really going out sad. Okay, he is really going out sad. But speaking of some stuff, let me ask this: Twitter. If you on Twitter, you woke up a couple of days ago and you saw something up on your timeline and it was like, what is happening? What is happening? What is these bubbles right here? Girl, you refresh the thing and you come back. If you're on the app or whatever, Twitter has fleets now. I said that is the dumbest fucking name. Y'all could have called them chirps or some shit like that. You know, chips, chirps, or whatever, but you're going to call them fleets. I said all the comments and all the jokes that can be made about this. You got to go fleet, okay? Especially if you're in the LGBT community, you know what that is. Especially if you're a gay man or whatever, you know what that is. And that's all the jokes that's been flying around, okay? Taking fleet, you got to go fleet, all this stuff. It's basically stories for Twitter, just like it's stories on Instagram, story on now they got stories on YouTube, story on Facebook. It's stories everywhere, and I'm like, so do I know Facebook and Instagram owned by the same people? Is Twitter owned by the same? Like, what is going on? We didn't ask for that. We didn't ask for that. I'm still gonna be over there on Instagram because Instagram do the questions, give you the options to do the questions, and then you can answer and all that stuff. Now, if Twitter do that, maybe, okay, maybe, but I'm more comfortable with my stories on Instagram. I'm not gonna leave Instagram. Um, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it because what we asked for was an edit button. That's what we asked for. We ain't asked for no goddamn fleets. We ain't asked for no fucking stories. What? We don't need that. Girl, we put our whole life on Twitter anyway as it is. We put our other life on Instagram and our stories there, okay? You want to know more? You go there, okay? Or you go on TikTok. Bitch, I'm blowing up on TikTok. I said, what is happening? Like, I posted a video and it's just getting a lot of love or whatever. Like, I'm getting all these followers or whatever. I'm about to be at 1,000, and that's just me being inactive and it just happened or whatever. But follow me on TikTok if y'all want to follow me on TikTok. Ashley Shy Miller, the same as my handle on Twitter and Instagram or whatever. That's if you want to or whatever. I don't really be doing shit on there, okay? I ain't one of them motherfuckers that be and doing all, nah, bitch, you already know that ain't even in my fucking personality. But you know, I just be chilling. Girl, you get on TikTok and get caught the fuck up, okay? You'll be on there for like, you'll be scrolling looking at shit and like a whole hour and pass by and you don't even realize it. But anyway, moving on from that, tell me how you feel about fleece. Have you used it? Do you care for it? It's the same thing with the voice tweets. We ain't asked for that either. We ain't asked for that. Okay? But tell me how you feel about that. Larsa Pippen. Larsa Pippen, I try to avoid her, but it's like for the past couple of weeks or so, she's been in the media or whatever talking about how she used to fuck with Tristan, or she tried to date Tristan before Chloe got him, basically trying to make it seem like Chloe stole her man at the time. And I'm sitting here like, should I feel something for you? Or is that what you're trying to make us feel because you had a little falling out with the Kardashians or whatever that we really don't care about? You're almost 50 years old and you're acting like a little thought. And, I'm sorry to say it like that, but that's how it is. She's putting out her hotels. And I'm telling you why it's hotels. Granted, I believe Scotty probably, she's married. She's married. And I'm pretty sure Scottie Pippen then probably fucked around on her too. Okay? But he ain't out here blabbing it to the world freely. Okay? He cheating in private if that's what happened. Allegedly. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure he's a ball player and they've been together for a minute. I'm pretty sure some shit didn't happen. She is freely putting it out here to the world that, she was about to mess with Tristan. She was fucking around with Future. All while she was still married. Girl, we don't need to know this, okay? Go the fuck away. Please. That's all I got to say about her. And, I saw the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Let me tell you something. I don't like Lisa. I really don't. You heard that girl. You knew exactly what you was doing when you was trying to act like you didn't know Heather. You knew exactly what you was doing when you was trying to come for Whitney, and you tried to make them feel bad, and that half-assed apology. When Jen said that Mary's dress at that goddamn party, I am still stuck on the fact that Jen threw herself a party and disguised it as Meredith's birthday party. Okay, I am still stuck on that. You know what I'm saying? And when she got into it with Mary over that shit, Mary and them white tights that she had on, girl, Jen said looking like a fucking Christmas tree. Looking like a goddamn Christmas. That shit was funny. And who knew Meredith and her husband was separated? Child, no wonder why he's staying up in Chicago and you staying out there in Salt Lake. Okay, you know they going through their issues, but it was a cute little episode. Not enough for me to get into a whole full review, but it was cute enough. If you have HBO Max, Wonder Woman 1984, the sequel to Wonder Woman movie that came out a couple years ago, will be premiering on HBO Max on and in theaters on Christmas Day. And it's free to subscribers, no charge to subscribers, and it's only going to be for a month. Okay, so that's going to happen. I'm gonna wind up looking at it on HBO Max. I got HBO Max, so you know they might as well just go ahead and put. I'm looking forward to Candyman. We ain't going back to the theaters in a long time, so go ahead and put Candyman out there on some streaming service so I can watch it. Okay, that was the movie that I was really anticipating, looking forward to watching. But I could turn the lights out and look at it on my big screen, and it still give me the movie theater feel, whatever, and turn the sound up and all that shit. I can do that, you know what I'm saying? And I can be more comfortable, I can go, oh shit, and I can rewind it if I need to, so I can get it out. But that's what's going on with that. Um, and I think the last thing that I want to talk about is the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reunion that happened. Oh, did I get everything? Dad. Because sometimes I write stuff down and I be talking so damn much and I be thinking that I get everything in, and then I look and I'm like, damn, I missed at least a couple of stuff. Let me check right quick, y'all. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Well, I did good this week. I did good this week. How y'all doing? But anyway, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reunion, 30-year reunion happened today actually. It was supposed to come out today, which is the 19th, but it actually came out early on the 18th. And a lot of people watched it then. I waited until I got to work to watch it. Um, it was really good. It's an hour and 14 minutes long. And I don't know what I expected, but it did live up to my expectations, and I was really pleased with it to see them all together. Now, when they first get together, it was replacement Aunt Viv, Tatiana Ali, Alfonso Ribeiro, DJ Jazzy Jeff, Jeffrey, Will Smith. They all sitting down there. Hillary Banks, okay? They sitting down there, talking and everything. And they had them doing their individual stuff or whatever, talking about their characters, talking about their lives, and looking at old footage of them, auditioning for the roles and stuff like that. And just talking about different episodes or different moments. And, what really got me, girl, it was a couple of times. I was crying. Okay, I said I did not expect to be in tears watching this. All right, it was nostalgia because I was a kid. I was a young kid when Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Like when I was growing up, we had some of the best black sitcoms that was out. It wasn't that many, but they were good. Okay, that's when sitcoms were funny and they were authentic and they were just everything, and everybody and their mama just watched them. We all came together at one time and just watched them. Okay. And Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was one of my favorite episodes of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I know a lot of people like that scene where, this episode when Will's father comes back and then play him or whatever, and when he do the breakdown of that, and we all know the backstory around that scene or whatever, and they talked about it in the reunion. Of course, when they was talking about James Avery, we'll get to that in a second. But one of my favorite episodes is when Carlton took the speed that was in Will Smith Will's locker because he thought it was some aspirin at the prom, and when, he had his little breakdown or whatever, and he was, admitting what happened. And it gets me every time. I be like, oh my God. Oh my God, that's one of my favorite episodes. Okay, Will Smith, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. But they did that, and when they did talk about Now the whole time I was sitting there, I was like, "Where baby Nikki at? Y'all done got everybody else on this show. Where baby Nikki at?" Because we already know Janet showed up at one particular point. But I said, "Where Nikki at?" Girl, he popped up towards the end. I said, "Okay," because he did come towards the end of the show, like the last couple of seasons or whatever. But he was there and it was cute. I really liked it when they talked about James Avery. Oh, girl, I was in my workroom and I was so glad I was the only one up in there. Let me tell you something. I was in there bawling. I said, wait a minute, why is this? I got tears coming down my eyes. I'm up here trying to hurry up and wipe them or whatever. And then I heard the door open. I'm blowing my nose and stuff. And the security guard come in the back. She wanted to ask me something and all that. And next thing you know, she was like, "Girl, you crying? You okay?" I thought you was crying or something. I was like, "No, no, I just had to, my sinuses just messing up or whatever." Girl, I had to clear that shit up real quick, okay? Cause that shit had me in my feelings. I was like, I miss him. Like, for real. Like, he really was a big part of the show. And then the most talked about part of the show, of course, was when Will had to sit down first with Janet Hubert. Okay. And if you don't know the history between them two, oh my God, you have not lived. Okay, you were not on Twitter and social media when Janet Hubert used to go the fuck in. Okay, of on Will Smith. Okay, and she was angry. She was bitter at how she was treated, and she felt that Will had a hand in it. And truth be told, I understand getting your feelings out. I just didn't like the way that she was going about it because I felt like you further played into a stereotype of the angry black woman, or you being bitter, or you being difficult. And that's one of the things that she told Will. You really damaged my career when you put out there that I was difficult. That's like the death that was like the death of my career. It was a whole bunch of stuff that was going on in her life at the time, and he didn't know what was going on. Plus, he was young, so of course, he wasn't mature enough to deal with it and understand what was going on and to reach out or whatever. And that's the only excuse that could be had. And he was man enough to let her get her thoughts out and to apologize. And they were both ready to heal this relationship that they had. They haven't spoken in 27, 30 years, okay? And so they had a little sit down. And I hope that from that sit down that they continue to grow from that, that relationship was really, really fractured. She will always be my favorite on Viv. She just had this essence, and like she just fit the mold. It was just that role should have been hers from season 1 to season 6, but they tried to downplay her role and take away some of her screen time, I guess, and money or whatever. And since she wasn't really here for it because she was about to have a baby and she was going through stuff with her husband who was out of work, and you know she couldn't do that. So they basically said, we'll replace you. She didn't quit. They just replaced her. And so she was angry about that. She wasn't talking to people because she didn't know who she can trust and, things of that matter. And then we saw how it spiraled out of control afterwards or whatever, in recent later years, how she called out Will and everything. And they were able to get, like, she really went in. And she admitted, like, it got nasty. It got real nasty between them. And they were able to forgive each other for that, and he was coming to an understanding of, he could have did things differently. And now that he's a married man with children, he understands the way that he handled things back then was not right. He took accountability for the most part. When they went out there and eventually she went and met the rest of the cast, okay, reunited with the rest of the cast, new Aunt Viv and her had never met before. That was their first time meeting, and I love the fact that they got along. And I posted the picture of them on my Instagram. That was a beautiful moment, them hugging, and it was very noticeable. I don't know if it was noticeable to y'all, but it was noticeable to me that when Janet Hubert came on that set with all the cast and was hugging and reuniting with everybody, Alfonso, he was gone, okay? Because she laid up in his ass too. And they need healing too. And I guess he's not ready for that. You know what I'm saying? Or they're not ready for that right now. But That was a beautiful moment though. And then I kind of teared up at that moment because there was one moment his voice, voice got a little bit shaky. I said, "Oh my God, they're about to cry. Go ahead, let them tears out." And then every time they hugged, the long embrace, I was like, "Oh, this is beautiful. This is what healing looks like." And then at the end when they was talking about the ending of the show, that was a sad moment. I always choke up on at the ending of a show. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, we been here with you for 6 years and now you're not gonna be on our TV anymore, and and they gotta go through the motions or whatever. And then that's when little Nikki came through and all that stuff. It was a good time. It really was. It really was. If you have HBO Max, you can watch it on there, and it also has all the seasons of the Fresh Prince, so if you want something to look at that. But you guys, I'm gonna get up off of here. I don't have anything else to say. Y'all will see me tomorrow for Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup tomorrow. Um, I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. I got a 3-day weekend, bitch. And Saturday I'm going to get my hair done in the morning. I am blessed, okay? Because it is time. Look at these roots, bitch. It is time, all right? But I will see you guys later, okay? Peace.